emphasized that persons involved in the rearing of livestock need to think as
It is the intention of government to give deliberate attention to all levels of education from
watch in preparation for any eventuality. EMAP, the nationally
until the end brand who will actually make it true, will the tables be turned?
Money like at the top moon, but la messy go hotel here,
city that appeals to locals and visitors alike is set to contain
as many as our opinions behind, as many as will be opinions,
Welcome to Issues and Answers. I am Jacqueline Emmanuel Flood. I am the Chief Executive Officer of the Trade Export Promotion Agency, or TEPA, as we say for short. Today, we are here to talk about TEPA. We'd like to share with the viewers and with our clients in particular, the members of the business community, what TEPA is about and how they can access our services. I'll give you a little introduction to start, because TEPA is a fairly new organization. Legislation to establish the Trade Export Promotion Agency was passed in Parliament in December of 2013, and our governance structure only came into place in August of this year. TEPA's mandate is to be the lead agency spearheading St. Lucia's export development effort. Specifically, TEPA is given the task of promoting St. Lucia's exports internationally. I have with me today members of our TEPA team who will introduce themselves to you. So I'll turn to my immediate right and invite Anthony.
Anthony John, Project Officer with responsibility for export facilitation.
Andrina Simon, the Promotion and Marketing and PR Officer.
I'm Glenfield Gilbert, Trade Information Officer.
Thank you, team. As you can see, TEPA is we have a very young, dynamic team. I think that the best thing that we have going for us, resource, is our people. And so today they are here, or we are here as a team to share with you what we do. I would like to ask you, Andrina, if you could just give our viewers an overview of what promotion and marketing entails. As you and I both know, export promotion and marketing is in fact one of the biggest tasks of TEPA.
Certainly, certainly. It is really about opportunities. TEPA is about promoting the authenticity and the excellence of St. Lucian products and services. Our export promotion and marketing activities focus on showcasing the diverse range of products and services St. Lucia has to offer. In doing so, we aspire to ensure that the products meet the required standards, position the products globally, and also promote the products in the markets. We do so by facilitating exporters' participation in trade shows, expositions, trade missions, and other trade-related events. We also assist exporters with market research, looking for new opportunities for their products and services, and also assist them with actually meeting the required entry requirements from the market that they need to actually introduce a product and the services to a new market.
You mentioned excellence and authenticity. I think that is so very important, because in promoting export is very competitive, as everybody you know and we all know. And St. Lucia products must be distinguished from other products in the international market. Would you say that, you know, in St. Lucia, within the portfolio of projects that you are working with, that you can truly distinguish St. Lucia based on authenticity and excellence?
Certainly. I could give an example. We have the coal pot included in the campaign. And the coal pot it's a good product because it really relates to us as St. Lucians and our culture and our background.
I guess we'll hear more about that campaign later.
Certainly.
But let me turn to Glenfield, because you know, one of the challenges of our job is getting good information. You know, business is about decision making, and decision making, the quality of the decisions really depend on the quality of the information. So one of the important things in TEPA is our role in providing information to exporters, as well as getting information that will help TEPA itself in making its decisions. Glenn, Phil, you are spearheading the Trade Export Information Service of TEPA, which is very interesting because it's not just a function, but it's actually a service. Could you explain a little more about that to our viewers?
Yes, TEPA is a repository really of information whereby we collect and disseminate relevant information to our stakeholders, exporters, and anybody really looking for information on trade and export. This information is housed on our website. We realized that information was out there, but it wasn't all in one place. So we endeavored really to source that information and store it so that our exporters could
access it, could
right.
come in and access it, easily access it.
And make informed decisions. Yes.
Thank you. I would like Anthony to jump in a little bit here because Anthony, you are involved in trade facilitation and oftentimes you are the conduit between TEPA and the exporter. Persons come to you even to access the information as Glenn was speaking. Can you maybe elaborate a little bit more in the few minutes we have before our break?
Okay, the export facilitation component deals with assisting the exporter in conducting that export facilitation, that export transaction in an effective and efficient manner. That is, any hurdles or transaction they may encounter in executing that function. Some of the problems that we have faced with those exporters would deal with the custom issues or even the exporter acquiring the correct documentation to transact that export function. Also, it may be a procedural matter with existing government departments and ministries. Part of my job also entails focusing on the focusing on the capacity building element at both the export level and the business support level. At the exporter level, we ensure that the exporters are familiar with various trade agreements that are signed by St. Lucia, because as you may well know, that these may affect their trade. Also, with the business support organization, we are currently working with the Customs and Excise Department to ensure that they have proper standard operating procedures in place so that when the exporters and other persons interact with them on a daily basis, they would get that consistent level of service.
Excellent. We have said a lot in a few minutes, team, and it's very interesting work that TEPA is doing. I'm not sure we can share it all in a program, certainly not.
Certainly not.
But it's interesting that, you know, we are actually working with exporters in the actual conduct of the trade transaction, and where they have hurdles, we help them smooth them out. We provide information in one collective place, and I'm hoping that, Glenn, you'll have a chance to see what kind of information is available. So we work with different agencies locally and internationally, and we provide trade information in an organized, structured way that exporters can come and partake of it. And Andrina, you did mention the fact that we actually work with them to improve their brand and their image.
Yes.
I wanted to underscore what you said about authenticity and excellence. TEPA, we believe that, and we know that St. Lucia produces goods and services that are all international standards. Yes. We know that the local market is limited, but when we are aware that there's a global market where all the promise of growth can be realized. And it is important that we provide a seamless service, an integrated service that can allow exporters to partake and to realize the potential to export. I think that is very important. I would like to give an opportunity, Andrina, to talk a little bit more about some of the major markets that we are targeting at the moment.
Certainly. Some of our priority markets include the UK and Europe, USA and Canada, Latin America. We also have a program running in the Cuban market. The OECS is a big market for us, and we're actually conducting some market research in that area to see what opportunities exist in the OECS. Basically, those are a few of our priority markets, and we do have programs actually running in each of those markets.
Thank you for that. Glenn Field, you have been one of the newest additions to TEPA. And when we come back, I would like you to share a little bit about the Trade Information Service and the capacity that have been built up in TEPA. We'll come back after the break. Thank you.
Stop, listen and learn St. Lucia. Treat children with respect, understanding and dignity. Remember, they will be the adults of tomorrow. I'm doing my part. You too can play your part.
Take responsibility for creating a child-friendly society. This message brought to you by the Early Childhood Services of the Ministry of Education and Culture.
Welcome back to Issues and Answers. Today we are bringing to our viewers some insights into the TEPA, the Trade Export Promotion Agency, how we operate and what we are doing at the moment. TEPA actually operates under the auspices of the Ministry of Commerce, Business Development, Investment and Consumer Affairs, and is governed by a council called the National Export Council. Our first chairman, who just took on that job, is Mr. Ronald Ramjatan, and the National Export Council is a huge resource to TEPA because it comprises of members from both public and private sector, persons with vast experience who will be working with the TEPA organization to spearhead our activities and to hope to bring the kind of benefit we would like to see to St. Lucia. Back to the team who are with me today. Glenn Field is one of our newest staff members. TEPA recently had a project with the International Trade Center to develop what we call a trade information network. Information is a critical resource in decision making, not just for us, but also for exporters. Glenn, I would be happy if you would share with our viewers what the Trade Information Network involves.
Okay, the Trade Information Network is not just a service. It also entails a variety of products outlined in a matrix that was developed by ITC alongside TEPA. These products are tangible and some non-tangible, and they include export directory where there's information on exporters, their profiles, what they export, contact information. We have one that we're about to launch, the MREP, which is a Market Research Enrollment Program, whereby we select a number of exporters and take them from market research through to market entry. We don't only assist them with market research, we try to generate a lead which will result in a sale, and a key component of that product is capacity building, whereby we teach them how to conduct their own market research, which is the long-term goal.
Excellent. I'm really hoping that exporters will participate in that project because capacity building is one of the key things. We'll bring it back to Anthony, actually. Anthony, I know that we have an exciting training program coming up for exporters, and that is your area in capacity building. One of the important things for TEPA is to ensure that our exporters, their knowledge grow, they increase in knowledge and the capacity to be able to export effectively and efficiently. And so we do have an exporter training program, which Anthony is going to tell us a little bit about what is happening now in that program.
As part of the service TEPA provides to exporters is a needs assessment on each of those firms. Stemming out of this assessment, there was a dire need for capacity building within those organizations. In response to that, TEPA, in collaboration with the Caribbean Export Development Agency in Barbados, would be rolling out a ProNet training program. What is ProNet? ProNet is a structured training capacity building program for exporters. It involves owners and managements of small and medium-sized enterprises who want to grow their business, become more competitive, and are export ready. Within the next 3 months, we will be enrolling 3 modules of this training program: business strategy, cost and financial marketing, and export marketing. We encourage exporters as well as interested persons to come in and sign up for this program, or as well as visit our website for more information, or even to call the office and find out more about this training program.
Excellent. So over the next 3 months, we will be conducting exporter training in those areas that you mentioned.
Yes.
I'm really hoping that exporters will come out and participate in this, and we hope that this is something that TEPA will be able to do on a sustained basis. Andrina, our time is indeed short, and if I were to unleash you to talk about promotion activities, you would do it for 2 more days. However, could you maybe just share with us an exciting project or program that is happening in export marketing at the moment?
Certainly. One of our exciting programs is called the Taste of St. Lucia campaign, which was recently launched in the UK market. The campaign was developed to promote and market a diverse range of products and services under the umbrella of St. Lucia. It was developed based on recommendations from a UK merchandiser who the TEPA worked with to conduct an assessment of a variety of products and services. Coming out of the assessment, 21 brands were recommended for consideration for export to the UK market, which is quite a lot. We were very, very impressed by that. Products included premium rums, honey, coffee, the coal pot, jewelry, arts, crafts, etc. So it's quite a diverse range, which makes the campaign very exciting, especially to our diaspora. On developing the campaign, a number of activities were undertaken. So products went through a series of nutritional testing and analysis. Recommendations for rebranding and repackaging was also done. Market entry research. We also launched a website for the campaign, as well as developed an online shop, which we are soon to launch in the UK market, so that the product can be readily purchased by the diaspora or persons, period. The campaign, I must say, was successfully launched in February 2014 under the auspices of Dr. Ernest Hiller, the High Commissioner of St. Lucia in the UK, and we are still working with the High Commission to promote and market to the diaspora. To date, it has been very successful, and we actually have an agent on the ground who is working towards actually increasing the brand awareness, generating sales for the products featured under the campaign. And we are so pleased to inform that due to the success of the campaign, we are looking to actually expand it into 3 other European countries, which include France, Germany, and Spain.
Sounds quite exciting.
Very exciting.
And it wouldn't be premature to say that we have already seen some successes.
Certainly.
We are looking to place some products at retail outlets in the UK. Yes. And hopefully the lessons learned there will really inspire what we do as we move this campaign into Europe. Well, thank you, Andrina. You're watching Issues and Answers. We're due for a break. We'll join us again after the break.
St. Lucia, our home. St. Lucia represents different things to each of us. What do you like about St. Lucia?
Strong communities,
natural resources,
thriving industries,
democracy,
national pride,
our unique culture,
creativity.
While we may all have different views, we can work together to build a stronger nation. Let us each play our part.
Welcome back to Issues and Answers. I am your host, Jacqueline Emmanuel Flood, the Chief Executive Officer of TEPA, and with me is our team from TEPA today to tell you a bit about what's happening. One of the important things about our role is to continue to maintain communication and visibility. It's always a challenge. I mean, we are here today and we are very glad to be on Issues and Answers, but we constantly need to be able to communicate to our clients what is happening in TEPA. Could you perhaps, Glenn, and maybe you, Andrina, since you're responsible for PR, share with us how we do that, what are we doing, what is happening in TEPA, some of the channels that are available for business people and for the public to get to know us, find what's happening on a timely basis. How do we keep up?
Okay. We currently have a monthly newsletter that examines issues around trade inside TEPA and outside. Information for our exporters and anybody who really wants to know anything about trade, international trade. We also are soon to roll out our social media strategy. While we are already on social media, we are currently embarking on a drive to increase our visibility within the social media. We also disseminate press releases on a regular basis.
Right.
You must mention also our bulletins.
Yes.
And and how we share market research on a continuous basis with our clients. I would like you to also expound on that.
I would also like to add as well, over the next few months, we are looking at rolling out some TV programs in collaboration with other stakeholders, partners, and also as a TEPA on a whole. We also have our websites where we do a lot of reporting of what our activities we are undertaking at the moment, and we also use it as a medium for our exporters also to disseminate relevant information where exports are concerned. The Facebook page is also a good source of information about our activities. So we are out there a bit, but over the next few months we will definitely step up the game where PR is concerned.
Yes, I do want to say to exporters, to visit our office. Glenn did mention our trade information service and the products that are available online, but there are offline sources of information that we do not have the intellectual property or the right to put online, but they're available offline in our office that they can access, people can access by coming to our office. We are at Hiranera House on the 2nd floor, and so we're quite accessible and we're quite willing to share. Anthony, in fact, is, when it comes to communicating with exporters, one of our key people. And we do have a feature on our newsletter that we say, Ask Anthony.
Yes.
So Anthony, you are the face, sort of, that people come to for inquiries concerning TEPA. Could you perhaps, share a little bit about that and what kind of questions you get and how people can come to you to get some help?
Okay. The Ask Anthony component of the newsletter deals basically with pertinent questions and issues that exporters have come to our office for assistance with, in a sense to ensure that we provide the necessary assistance or answers to those problems for that respective exporter.
These are practical trade-related questions.
Yes. So in the realm of assisting that exporter, we want to ensure that the other exporters with similar issues or concerns in that regard get access to that information as well. So it comes out every monthly in our newsletter, to correct those issues.
Thank you. We spent a bit talking to people about what we provide, and it's essential in my view that exporters take advantage of what we offer. The government of St. Lucia, even in this difficult financial times, have made its commitment to establish this new institution and is actively funding it. We have other donor agencies who are making contributions. The CARICOM Development Fund was in fact the first donor to come forward and help establish the TEPA. We are here, we are resourceful, and we would really encourage persons to come and get to know us. Whether it is electronic, for the website, for the newsletter, you're welcome to come in person and get to know the team. I would like to say also, to discuss today the new National Export Development Strategy effort that is ongoing in St. Lucia. TEPA itself emanated from St. Lucia's first National Export Strategy. It was that document that recommended the need for an institution to spearhead export development and to take on the task of export promotion specifically. And that is how TEPA was birthed. St. Lucia is now embarking on the development of a new national export strategy. The first one is actually 10 years old. This is an effort that embraces both public and private sector. All exporters, potential exporters, academics who may want to contribute are welcome to participate in that process. So I want to take this opportunity to inform the public and inform the business community in particular that the new NEDS effort has been initiated and to show some interest and to participate. And a national coordinating team has been established who are going to spearhead the process. It is chaired by Ms. Yvonne Agard, who is the CEO of the St. Lucia Coalition of Service Industries, and by Mrs. Paula Cauldron, who is the immediate past president of the St. Lucia Manufacturers Association. So from the get-go, we have embraced both goods and service exports into the whole process of developing a new export strategy. This is of tremendous importance to TEPA, because out of the export strategy, I'm actually holding in my hand the first export strategy document. Out of this export strategy, TEPA gets its new mandate, it sets direction as to what TEPA will do in the future. So while we are executing this one and bringing it to close, a new path is already being paved for export development for St. Lucia in the future. I want to thank you, team, for being here today, and I'm always happy to showcase, like I said, TEPA team, the young people. I want to just give you an opportunity if you would like to say any last minute thing that we may have forgotten. Maybe just to ask people to come to ProNet. We are registering for ProNet, Anthony. Let them know how they can register for ProNet.
Okay, the first module of the ProNet program is scheduled for September 16th and 17th, which is actually next week. And we would like, registration is ongoing. You could come to our office to get the registration, to complete the registration process, as well as it's on our Facebook page, it's on our website, so you could fill out the form and submit it electronically, and we would more than willing to provide the assistance to you. Excellent.
I think we've come to the end of the program. We really welcome the opportunity to be on Issues and Answers. It doesn't mean that all the answers have been given. Again, I want to say finally, you can bring more questions and get more answers if you contact TEPA directly. I want to thank you. You have been watching Issues and Answers.
Joseph emphasized that persons involved in the rearing of livestock need to think as
It is the intention of government to give deliberate attention to all levels of education from
watch in preparation for any eventuality. EMAP, the national
until the end band, who will actually make it true? Will the tables be turned?
Money, like at the top moon, but la Mexico hotel here,
city that appeals to locals and visitors alike is set to